Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Next Homie Focus Group. We meet here every other Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. And today we've got a mastermind format that we're going to do. And we've got two topics today. It's going to be the end of the year push. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Is it time to take your foot off the gas, or are you going to keep your foot on the gas and start next year real strong? And then a little bit about planning for next year. So Pat and I are going to share what we're doing over here. Not that we're necessarily right, but we'll tell you what we're doing, and we really would like to hear what everybody else is doing too, so we can all help each other out, so that we can really increase our business. So Pat, why don't we start off with the end of the year push? I always have a problem with this because anything that happens between right about now and January 1st, I don't know. I feel like there's nothing out there for us. Now, it's not true,
No.
but just in the back of my mind, it's like, oh, it's the holidays. Nobody's going to do anything. What I'm really saying is, it's the holidays. I'm going to be lazy for the next month. And then wonder why I'm not making any money in January.
Right, exactly.
Because it's about a 90-day cycle where what we do today buys our groceries 90 days from now. So who struggles with this? Am I the only one?
Yeah, please unmute yourselves, guys, if you want.
I'll tell you, this is probably our strongest quarter in the last 8 years. We're going super strong. I know Pat and I talked about it. Prices are coming down, but the listings are just flooding. I mean, I have 4 new listings this week just from the weekend. So
Where are you at, man?
South Central Pennsylvania.
Good.
Yeah, it's been a blessing. So I think,
Great.
yeah,
Now, what do you attribute that to?
my good looks.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, there you go.
okay.
Not at all.
Fair enough.
We
I
like
think our
ready.
market was stagnant for so long, and we were focusing just on new builds, that finally we're seeing a shift, that we're going into multi-generational homes and people starting to finally move, and we're getting the listings out of them.
So I'm curious, Thomas, by the way, Peggy, you were a little late coming in, or not late, but Thomas and I have been chatting for the last 3 years. I've been trying, I don't know why I've been trying to entice him to come to Next Home. He's actually not a Next Homie right now, but
Okay.
it's going to be effective January 1st. So that's why
Yay.
I invited him to see our mastermind and come
Yeah.
to the
And
focus
along with his team.
and along with his team. Yes.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
So
I won't
everybody,
be
best
unhappy.
behavior today. Today
No.
only.
Do we have to?
Nah,
We're real people.
nah, it's going to come out sooner or later.
It is.
So, Thomas, in your area, what is like the price points of homes in your area?
It's low. So the average in Lebanon County was 249
Hmm.
up until about June of this year, and then it shifted. We had a massive shift with new builds, and the statistics are showing that we went to about 340 to 355. But it's climbing quickly. Our new builds are starting on average right around 500,000 now. So you're going to see over the next 6 to 8 months, everything just spike.
Oh my goodness.
Interesting.
Wow.
Because we've been seeing the opposite, where new builds are kicking everybody's butt because they're trying to dump inventory.
Wow.
Yeah,
We had that a little bit with a lot of ours are in Lebanon are custom built homes, and we represent a builder. So we never built that bubble spec home, reduced it like a lot of the other builders were doing.
yeah, the builder down about an hour south of us. We had a listing down there. It took forever to sell. We're finally closing December 3rd, but they paid 870 for it, and we listed it for 749.9. Yeah,
Wow.
Scary.
it's 120,000 hit on
That's
them.
hard.
Yeah. And I think
I know.
they ended up getting asking.
They got asking for
Yeah.
it, but yeah, we had to do,
But
you know,
what a hard hit
oh
to
my
have
God,
to take.
price reduction, price reduction, price reduction. And, you know, if you have a builder coming in who's offering something, not the same product, but in the fives and sixes, not with all a pool and, not with all the amenities that that house had,
But close enough.
but close enough. And people were like, why would I buy that for 750 when I can go buy something for 600? And they're right. This house had over 300,000 in upgrades, but I
Uh,
do understand that.
yeah, it's okay. We'll get back to it.
Of course,
Yeah.
everything goes in cycles.
Right.
But we're seeing the market sputtering back to life here. Here in Pat and I are in the Tampa Bay area in Florida.
Nice. I used to live in St. Pete.
Oh, that's where I'm from.
All right.
Very nice.
You're an actual local.
Yeah, I've never lived anywhere else.
Nice.
Heather's on my team as well.
Nice to meet you guys.
Well, very good.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm Heather.
Heather, nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Nice
Welcome.
to meet you both. Oh, well, all three of you.
Yeah, it's good to see you here today. Mark, did you have anything you want to add to this about the year-end push before we start kind of getting into planning? Oh, I guess Mark had something come up.
Anyone else want to talk about, year-end push or Mark's back?
Sorry about that. The dogs run around with their bowls. I got to fill it up. So,
Oh, top priority.
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Well, we're trying to have a big year-end push here. And is there anything you're doing in particular to kind of close your year out strong? Or are you just going to take your foot off the gas and coast through it, which is what I really want to do?
Well, we're still doing some things. I'm looking into more of the AI and how to utilize that. I know Peggy and we've been looking at different options to help us out and try to bring in more customers. But yeah, the push for listings is still there. There's a lot of inventory that is coming to market, especially here in Michigan. But we're seeing everything turn into a buyer's market, and some of the buyers are actually getting what they want for the houses, even though some of these houses are still a little high. Um, I got a listing right now that, I've had several showings on, but no offers yet. It's weird. It's really weird. It's just
We're not used to that.
yeah,
That's what I don't understand. Make an offer. You can negotiate it.
right.
And
But
I mean,
but-
not a low ball offer, but make an offer. Or do you just don't like the house?
no, I've actually gotten a couple of lowball offers, and I kind of, I present every offer that we get.
Yeah.
I've had clients sit there and tell me it's like, tell that SOB to beat it,
Yeah.
not, trying to be nice about it, but that's, we're trying to handle everything we possibly can. But right now, I'm still taking phone calls and talking to a couple of other possible clients. I got a call this morning from a good friend of mine who I went to school with. Come to find out, her boyfriend's her husband had passed, and right now they're trying to somebody's trying to scoop up the house out from underneath her because yeah, the husband passed. So hey, I'll throw you an offer right now. It's like, nah, there's so much more going into this. I mean, it's got to go through probate and everything else. And that's what the information that's the biggest part of what we're doing is giving as much information as we can give out,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
keeping the
Absolutely.
conversations going.
Are you doing direct connect reverse prospect on yours?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I do that all the time, and I make phone calls and I send emails and stuff like that. So yes.
I'm getting a better response if I call the agent versus email them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They pick up the phone.
Yeah,
I can't believe how
sometimes.
many agents don't pick up the phone, don't call
Right.
you back.
I
Yeah,
think in our market, the biggest problem is we have so many new agents that don't know what they're doing. They're order takers through COVID and they don't know how to sell a home.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
they're just stuck, and we don't have brokers in the area that know how to coach them. So we have to pull it out of them and drag it out of them to get an offer.
And there's too many part-time agents in our area.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of agents here leave the industry in like St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Tampa, just this area here, because it's not an easy gig anymore. which is wonderful for us who are the tried and true. I'm in the industry almost 20 years, and Chuck's over 10, almost 11 years now.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, the tried and true are going to stick it out, even though it's gotten a lot more challenging.
Yeah, that's true. Because here in our county, I haven't checked it recently, but we had over 9,000 agents just in our county. Now, of
Yeah.
course, the majority of them aren't doing any business, but I think ordinary, I'm trying to think of an easy way to put it, but ordinary agents are finding it very difficult to survive right now.
Yeah.
So what used to pass and what used to provide a good living isn't going to cut it anymore. And frankly, I think those days are gone forever. COVID was an anomaly, and I think that's a once in a lifetime event. And right now we're back to basics, and the folks that know how to do that are the ones that are going to thrive.
Yep.
But it is hard for everybody right now. I don't know, with the exception of a few little pockets here and there around the country, I don't know anybody whose business isn't off.
Yeah. I've been waiting, gosh, since September on a closing for a house that was a fixer-upper.
Mm.
And it's been on the market since the end of February. And the lender, even though there was a pre-approval, it was going to go through MISTA and they had all their ducks in a row. It's just been one thing after the other. And we're on amendment or addendum number 4 to extend it. But the kid still wants the house, which, God bless him. And my seller is still hanging in there. And, the agent swears that it'll happen. And so I just figure I'm just going to be one of those people that's going to be on the list of the world's number 1 or number 2 longest wait for closing. So,
I don't know. Chuck might beat you at that. We just had
really?
a land deal, and it was someone who died without a will or anything. And there were 125 heirs they found.
No, it was
No.
25.
Oh, I thought it was 100. It was
No.
25.
It seemed like,
25 or
Like
125.
125.
That's,
It seemed like 125.
yeah,
25 is still a lot.
25. That's
they
right.
came out of the woodwork on this thing.
Just came out of the woodwork, and it was just so long. And it
Took
was,
about a year
yeah,
to,
it took
to
about
get
a
it to
year.
close from contract to closing.
Crazy.
wow.
That's why it
I
seemed
have
like
one
120.
It was a mess.
that.
It was crazy.
Well, you said they were going through the first time home buyer program to get their down payment assistance on that one, Peggy?
No, it's MISTA.
Well, it's coming through government, so yeah, we're still some of that money was held back because of the shutdown.
Yeah. But see, he was going MISTA, and then the bank said, well, no, now you got to raise, you make too much money. So he wasn't going MISTA. And then all of a sudden, it's November 13th, and I said to the agent, hey, we're supposed to close tomorrow. What's going on? And she said, well, I just heard this morning, and the bank, Huntington Bank, is all set, but MISTA. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. You said MISTA wasn't part of this. She said, yeah, that's what I was told, but I guess it can go through MISTA now. So they've only got a 2-day lag, which isn't bad. With the
They
government
changed-
shutdown.
Yeah, they changed the minimums or the maximum.
Oh, okay.
They can make. They just did that. I think it was a week ago. I was up north when I was reading all that. So, but the thing is, Huntington Bank. I've done one deal through Huntington Bank, and I might as well just pull my own teeth out.
Yeah. I figure so. But anyway, my attitude right now is I'm going to keep going, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, sending out postcards, sending out cards, making phone calls to prep for next year. Instead of me saying, well, I'm not going to get anything. I don't know why I'm doing all this. I've reversed it and said, I am going to get something. It'll be next year, but I am going to get something. And we went to dinner Friday night, and I asked the manager about some deal they had for small businesses. And she said, well, what business are you in? And I said, real estate. And I told her who I was with. And I said, want to buy a house? And she said, yeah, as a matter of fact, in the spring. So you never know who it, so now I'm asking everybody, the pharmacist, the car wash guy, everybody.
You never know. And
Yeah, I'll take it next spring. I don't mind.
you bring up an interesting point because I always say you have to trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it feels like it's not working, you have to trust it because you know it works.
Right.
Yeah,
So there's
even if you got people that are looking in the spring, you really want to start at least now to find out. It's like, hey, just sit down and talk to a lender. Your pre-approval is good for 3 months. You can always extend it, but God forbid you got a skeleton in the closet. Now you have the time to work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So what about I know we talked a little bit about planning for next year, but I did want to bring something up. So I don't know if y'all can see this. It's
Yep.
next home business planning workshop, how to prepare. This was actually from October 23rd, 24. And I'm not really
It
sure.
hasn't really changed.
It hasn't changed,
They've
but
they've refined it over the years,
yeah,
but it's excellent.
but it's a really good place to start. Because it asks you, all your year-to-date numbers, listing appointments to listings taken.
Yeah, this is where you compile the
This is where,
information
like,
you
you
need
compile your
to
information.
make your actual plan.
And then this is the actual booklet, which they haven't done it yet this year, which I'm surprised, but it's business planning, and it's Jim Fischetti. I just actually got this from him because I went down to something at Alex Crumb's office. We were doing business planning. But one of the things on the second page, which I thought was really interesting, and you don't like to ask anybody this or even think about it, but name 3 clients you would choose to not work with again and why. And I really think that's a very important thing to ask ourselves. We have been in situations, Chuck and I, where we've jumped through a million hoops.
I can name 3.
We've given even money back, and they've been I don't even know what the word is. I can't,
Pain in the
I'm
butt.
Coney Island, Brooklyn here today, so I'll try not to curse. But they were like, I felt like cursing at them and saying, "You're such ungrateful little shitheads."
We're allowed to curse here.
We are.
We say what
Yeah.
we want.
Say what we want. But truly, going through the business planning, it's really not all about numbers. I think it's also about
Clarity.
clarity of who you would like to work with.
And also, I think, Pat, the thing that really benefited me the most, it helped me to zero in on what worked this year. And so we can just do more of that. And, like for us, sphere of influence and agent referrals, those are our 2 strongest sources of business. So whatever we're doing is working there. So we just need to do more of that
Yeah.
and not worry about the stuff that's not working.
So if anybody doesn't have this business planning,
Yeah, if you don't know where to get it on the intranet,
well, this,
I've got it,
just
Mark.
message us
yeah,
and we'll be happy to email you a copy.
we can email you a copy.
Is that the one that's 60 pages?
It might be.
About that.
Yeah, it's
It's pretty long.
actually, no,
Okay.
this is 38 pages.
Oh, well,
It
okay.
might take me 3 months to read it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
at least you're going to read it. I've got it.
Yeah, we're in
I've got
real
it
estate.
from
We don't
Member
read.
Services. Yeah, right. I got it from Member Services. They sent it to me. So
Okay.
Good.
If anybody needs it, Thomas, I can send it to you too. I know you're not
Thank you.
going to
I
tell me
appreciate
yet,
it.
but
Yeah.
I am almost positive I have your email.
Yeah, we
So
found
to
it to be
answer
very
your
valuable.
question,
Yeah.
answer your question about, who would you not want to do business with? I mean, you can be as clarifiable as you can with these people, completely transparent. we actually had two this year that we had to ended up firing because
Hmm.
there was nothing I can do to keep them happy. And they were both my listings and stuff. And I still take it, personal when it comes down to stuff like that. But when you jump through the hoops, you do what they want. You even start at a higher price because they feel that they can get it. It's like, I think you're pricing yourself out of the market right now at this point. You're going to have people looking at the house that they're going to say, well, it's overpriced, and they may not even show up. You do what you can. Sometimes you just got to let those people go because, yeah, it bothers me, but once I get them out of my head, I have more room to work on the next one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well said.
So one thing that you did say, Mark, that really resonated with me is about, taking things personally.
Hmm.
And in this business, we really do, it's such a heart-centered business.
Can't help it.
You can't
You can't
help
help
it.
it.
I mean, we've become such good friends with so many of
Mhm.
our clients. Now, some we haven't, it just hasn't rolled into that
That
kind of
doesn't mean we don't care.
relationship. It doesn't mean we don't care.
No, we care.
But, we really, especially not to say anything, Thomas, but with Next Home, it's humans over houses. And we really have a heart-centered relationship with our people. And to take it, personally, it happens to all of us, not just
Yep.
you. Yeah. And I tell you, the only thing that helps me with that is just for me is getting in the word, the Bible, and like, okay, I'm gonna like just focus on the positive and not the negatives of it, because otherwise you could go down and spiral down with that so fast.
Hmm.
I did. This summer I did.
See, that's what I mean. Yeah, it can really spiral out of control.
Well, everybody needs something just to
Yes.
think about, just allowing something to take that out of your head. Like you talk about, reading the Bible, which is perfectly fine. It's
Of
awesome.
course.
Mine is going to the woods.
Hmm.
Yeah.
As you can tell, Pennsylvania.
There
Yes,
is not much some fresh air won't help.
That's
right. And
true.
that's basically what it does. It gets me out of nature and okay, think about it. Redo everything in your head. It's like, okay, it's over. Let's go. Let's move on next. And that's mine. I mean,
I love that.
and I know Patty does her own thing. She loves knitting and everything else. She gets into that. Both Peggy and Patty and Andrea and a couple other girls from our group, they drink wine. And that works too. I mean,
Hmm.
not that
Thanks, Mark.
they don't get drunk. They get happy. They don't get drunk,
Once
but
in a
Yeah,
while.
that's fine.
Once in a while we get very happy. It's only one glass.
yeah, but nobody said it was
Yeah,
a
the
gallon.
glass is this big.
Yeah, it's a gallon.
Yeah, you get together and you talk about that's the nice thing. I can't
Mhm.
wait till the office is open because when we can get together and we can hear what other people are going through, that helped me so much in September when we got together for just a Next Home statewide party and hearing other people. I'm not the only one that goes through it. And it was like, oh, okay. And that was very helpful to me.
So I did Chat GPT. Everyone loves Chat GPT. So I've been working on that this past week, and it's come up with like a 90-day implementation plan and then a 2026 real estate business plan for like the whole year. But it's 90 days, and I haven't even spoken to him about this. I'm not waiting until January. That needs to happen now. And,
Yep.
Yeah,
he's
today's
being-
day one.
yeah, today is day one. So, like one of the things it said was come up with a new mission statement. And we haven't done a new mission statement in years.
I don't think we really ever did.
I don't know if we ever did, but I do like,
Yeah, what is it that we really do?
yeah.
Not selling houses isn't what we're really doing.
So the one that I liked, if you don't mind, I'll just read it to you guys. I haven't even read it to you yet.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
Our mission is to make real estate feel less stressful and more straightforward. We listen, we communicate, and we walk with our clients through every detail so they always feel supported.
Hey, I like that.
I know you would,
Huh.
but there's others, but that's the one I liked.
That is what we do.
Because it's down to earth and team focused. We're a team. We don't have any underlings. We do all of it.
Just us.
It's just us two. So, it has to be, for us, it was team focused, but everyone's going to have their own communication of how they want to communicate to themselves and others. And I think going to ChatGPT really can kind of get you started on that, to kind of think about it.
Well, especially if you enter into a conversation with AI and
Yeah.
treat it like you would a trusted colleague and, go through it and tell it to ask you questions and just have a conversation and then refine it. Because obviously, with yours, Pat, you didn't just sit down, well, write me a mission statement.
No.
Like those are horrible instructions. You know,
No, I didn't do that.
it went through iterations.
Yeah.
I sat here and watched you do it
Yeah,
instead of working.
right. So the other thing it said was, which Chuck and I kind of specialize in downsizing, in divorce, and in transitions, like somebody going into assisted living or death. We call it death, divorce, and downsizing. It sounds terrible, the 3Ds, but I know it's just awful. But
Triple D.
the 3Ds. But we really have a specialty for that. From my past experience of 25 years of social work and your experience coming from your family, actually,
Mhm.
and what you dealt with that. And so, it comes up like it tells you to create and update a divorce transition program outline. And it didn't give it to me, but that's going to be something that, we'll be working on. A downsizing roadmap.
Yeah, in fact,
just,
we've been working on a book for that for the past, I don't know, seems like years, but
yeah,
year.
yeah. So whatever you think your specialty might be, or your niche, or you want it to be your niche, I really feel like concentrating on that would be very beneficial. Now, for you, Mark, it sounds to me like you have a whole untapped market there for hunters. Is
Oh,
that, do you,
that's something that I've been working on more and more, trying to sell more properties and stuff. I just sold one over about an hour and a half due east of us in Armada. Basically, it was 10 acres. They're gonna hunt it and build on it. But yeah, I go after the hunters and everything else. Patty's probate. We've got a lot of first-time home buyers. Patty loves first-time home buyers and stuff like that. I go after the listings and stuff. So we're we don't have a specific niche. We're kind of wide open,
okay,
and we don't specifically stay in one area. I have covered literally the entire state of Michigan.
right. So the other thing, going back to the business plan,
Well, could I add something there real
Yeah,
quick? Uh, just if this is going on in the back of your mind, a lot of times people feel like, well, if I choose a niche or a specialty or something like that, that's going to exclude everybody else. But it really doesn't. We still get everybody else. It's just that we happen to be extra good at certain things. So it did not dilute our business one bit when we finally decided to specialize in these
that's
things.
true.
No, and
That's,
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Even though I don't specifically have a niche, but we have our couple things that we do well, and we just pick up whatever else we can get our hands on. It's just,
Sure.
but the main thing is making sure that our clients are taken care of and they're happy and well communicated, and we try to stay on top of it at all times. So yeah,
That's all that matters.
so that was like, it gives you like the weeks on this plan that I did. So one thing it did say, which you and I will need to do together, is go through our CRM. how many of us have not gone through our CRM this past year or the year before, or even the last 5 years or whatever it's been? And there's people on there that, well,
It is time.
it's time. And you say to yourself, this is something that I guarantee you, all of us say here, oh my God, I have not been in touch with those people in 7 years, 5 years, 3 years. It doesn't matter how many years, 10 years. They're not going to know who I am. What do I have to say to them? What do I have to bring to the table with them? And so I'm a big proponent of looking people up before I contact them. Um,
On Facebook, you mean?
like Facebook especially, because I put everything out there, as you guys unfortunately know, my Facebook page. Yeah, so I think going through like Facebook or maybe Instagram would give you kind of a lead into maybe what the conversation should even be with those people, even though you have not spoken to them in forever. We're the guilty ones. Like, oh my God, I'm not going to get in touch with them because of I have not spoken to them. I've not interacted with them. And you know what? I'll be honest with you, they don't really know how many years it's been.
Well, the thing that surprises me, Pat, when I finally started doing what I'm supposed to do, is that they're not mad.
No.
They're not mad. They're glad to hear from you. Like,
To
oh
hear
my
from
God,
you.
it's so good to hear from you.
We love this house. And as a matter of fact, we're so happy you called because we're thinking of upsizing. We're thinking of downsizing. We're so happy you called. Let's make an
Yeah.
appointment for you to come. I mean, it sounds so
So
far-fetched,
we feel guilty,
right? And we don't do it then
but
because we feel
that's
guilty.
I
But that's on us.
I use that as an excuse.
All of us here do. I guarantee you. All of us here use it as an excuse not to move forward. And
But then you make the call and you feel great
and you
because you
feel
connected.
wonderful
Yeah.
about it. And to me, making a phone call is really wonderful instead of like an email. Emails, I get so many emails. I'm one of those
Lame.
people that do look through my emails, but um, yeah, and text messages. Text is very good too. Text also depends on the age of the client. Like we have really some young clients, only in their 20s and 30s. They're more texting, but they do take phone calls too.
Mhm.
Yeah. So just be mindful of that, and don't put it on yourself not to go forward with that. And I think in 2026 you can change that.
Yeah.
So, Pat,
Hey,
um,
Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
so I've been listening and just writing some notes. So I could comment on every comment. So a few things. The first thing is I've probably been to 12 conferences, I feel like this year. So some of the things I picked up, one was to create a CEO gang. So you want to get 5 or 6 other people that it's really better if they are entrepreneurs because your meeting times would be more flexible, but it doesn't matter. They could be a CEO. It's called a C-suites. So leaders, you want to get 6 or 7 other leaders that are going to pull you. Not realtors necessarily. You want to get maybe a lender, maybe somebody that works at Dell, someone that works at Tesla. It doesn't matter. Whoever is going to pull you and it's always good to have a person that does have a 9 to 5 or that has a manager, if you will, that's going to really keep the meetings structured. And then you're going to meet once a week. And what did you say you were going to do? And it's really one of those things that my very first brokerage that was very good at, that hold your feet to the fire, where you have to actually come to that meeting and say what you did. This is what you said you're going to do. Did you do it? And you're going to be honest or you're not going to show up, So that's one of the big things that you need to do to hold your feet to the fire for 12 months. We work 12 months. We don't work 10 months or we don't work 9 months. We work 12 months if we are a full-time realtor. And also knowing, like you guys said a little earlier, is that whatever we do today, we're not going to see the fruit of that for 60 days, sometimes 90, but I'm gonna speak into the atmosphere 60. 6 days. So that's one thing that I have been trying to do. And it's kind of funny because I put it out a couple times on Facebook and I only had like a couple replies because most people know me and know that I'm very major on accountability. And so a lot of people are not interested because they know that I'm going to hold their feet to the fire and expect them
Oh.
to hold my feet to the fire as well. So
Sure.
that's one thing. Another thing I know, which you were kind of alluding to Mark, it is about the hunting. This is something else that I've learned. I'm a part of ladies in real estate. There's over 50,000 women across the United States that's in there. And one of the first things once I joined that they talked about was having Facebook groups. So you would have a Facebook group and to use you, Mark, as hunting, it would be called Hunters of Bryan, Michigan, or whatever. And then you're not talking about real estate. You're talking about hunting. You're talking about what guns you use and where it is. And then all these people are coming in. And because that's what I do, I have a group that called Ladies of Austin that watch Housewives of Potomac. And then every once in a while, I'll put in light fixtures or I'll put in front doors and I'll ask them, well, which lady do you think would have this door? Or I just sold a house and this was the door. That kind of thing. You just throw it in. Subliminally, the people then start realizing you're a realtor. They start contact, and then you get business that way. The other thing is that this time of the year, I feel like whoever else, I think the group, Thomas's group said talk about them being busier this year. I am too. And I think that I'm busier this time of the year because there's less realtors working because most realtors want to take off this time of the year. So I think if we like hone in, start especially like trying to hone in October, then November and December will work. I've not ever, since I've been in real estate, not had a closing in November and December because I think ultimately there's less realtors that's working. The next thing too that I'm gonna say, and then I'll be done for a minute anyway.
Trisha, we love you.
The next thing that I do this every single month. I don't care what the reason is. It's cold outside. Did you go get water? It's hot outside. Have you been to the pool? I send a text message to every person I've closed through all of the years of my business. The same text. So you're not creating a new text, but I do put in their name. So I'm going to say Lynette. I'm going to say Angie. I'm going to say Peggy. But it's the exact same text. And, this is our clear group. We can say we want to say, so you can do this while you're sitting on the toilet. You can do this while you're in the tub. You do not have to make a special time, or add time to whatever else you're doing. Do this while you're doing something else. I mean, if I bake cookies a lot, I love cookies. It's 13 minutes to bake cookies. I can send 50 text messages in 13 minutes. So do it while you're doing something else and it really doesn't seem like work. But I just sent it out the other day and the client said, thank you so much. That was all. Didn't really answer the question or whatever. And a week later, he sent me the house that he wants and said he wants me to sell his house. So, and had I not, if I wasn't in their face when he saw the house, he would have called the realtor that was on the house. But because I stay in my client's face, they call me. And so I just think every month there's a reason. It doesn't matter what the reason is, just whatever reason. God, the sun is low today. The sun is high today. There's lots of clouds today. It doesn't have to be like some phenomenal reason that you're reaching out to them, but just reach out. And I know you guys are probably already familiar with the holiday calendar or whatever. It's Cupcake Day, it's Twin Day, it's Starburst Day, it's Daughter Day, whatever. You can do, if you need a reason, you can use one of those reasons, but just Every single, and I don't care, I don't know if you guys work with leases, but I work with leases a lot. Even my lease clients, I reach out to them, and I mentioned this, I think in January, after one of our first meetings, I go back and I reach out to all of my clients. I've only had in the 8 years, I'm a broker now, but in the 8 years I've been licensed, I've only had 3 clients that have moved without me. And this is like major, and that's for lease renewals, buy, sell. I've only had 3 clients that have moved without me because I stay on them like like a hawk. But they're so grateful when I see their kids' birthday, because that's the biggest things is dogs and kids. When it's don't even worry about their birthday, worry about when their dog's birthday is or their kid's birthday. They're going to remember you and love you more than you telling them happy birthday because you thought about their kid. And don't ask directly when's your kid's birthday. Figure it out. Go search and do the work to find out. Because when you ask and they know you're putting it somewhere, unless you do that with your intake form, which is also a good time to do it. So I'm done.
In essence,
Thank you.
what Patricia's trying to say is capitalized on the phrase humans over houses. That's really it. And if I may, while I jumped in here, one thing I do, Pat, when I call all my previous clients, and what I started doing now, because some of them, I don't ever want to be that person that's like, hey, I haven't heard from you in 5 years. How you doing? Want to sell your house? I run ad campaigns through social media because I know most of my clients are on social media. So I'll run ad campaigns, but they're just retargeting campaigns. So it's to soften the blow. So that when, or I might end up having them call me. And the other thing too, Patricia, to go one step further, like a lot of, I don't know what you guys do for Christmas gifts. Who does the obligatory calendar? Anybody?
No,
I'm
we
gonna
don't
do it.
that.
Just a little one that goes on the refrigerator.
Yeah, I stopped doing that when my parents were selling their house. There was the one side of the refrigerator that nobody ever really paid attention to.
Ooh.
And when we were moving, I pulled the refrigerator out, and the one side of the whole refrigerator had nothing but magnets from all of these other real estate agents. And I thought to myself, I am never doing that. So last year, I implemented something. I capitalized on the phrase humans over houses. Last year, I came up with a serving tray, a wooden serving tray. Now, what I did is I pressed, I had my logo made, this logo right behind me. I had it milled out into a piece of brass and set into a stamper so I could heat it up, burn it into the back of the wood, sand it, refinish it. Here you go, Mr. Customer. And they see something that you really care. You gave something. This year, my mom is big into quilting. So this year I said, hey, Mom, I got to come up with a different idea. She goes, I got an idea. Literally went upstairs, came back down in the company colors, and she came out with a trivet, which if you're not aware of it, it goes on your kitchen table to protect a hot dish.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Trivet. It's a trivet.
So
Yeah.
I have those. It has my company logo on it. I've got already 10. I mean, I can try and show you one, but I don't know if it's going to come through.
If you put it in front of your face, it will.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Oh my
Love it.
goodness.
And it has, and I don't know if you can see that. See the logo?
Yes. Okay.
So for the logo, what I did,
Yeah.
I didn't want to do this sign because it's not going to be seen. I took a picture of my for sale sign
Yes.
that has my phone number and the website and everything. So that way it's always there. That's where I use that phrase humans over houses as part of my business, because a lot of agents have an inherent trait, an inherent habit of just deal's done. Talk to you next time. They'll remember me, and they never do.
No.
So think outside the box. And in terms of like social media stuff like that, I stopped using our CRM, KP Core, because I didn't care for the quality of the leads that were coming through, plus the price I was paying.
Mhm.
So I'm now using Street Text.
Hmm.
You paid
And
for it?
yeah, I pay for it. I mean, when I go, let's put it this way: when I was using a KV Core, they wanted $750 a month, with $250 going towards ad spend. That same $750 that I spend on street text nets me a heck of a lot more leads and
Hmm.
better quality leads. So
So
I've been burned a
you're
few times
using
by KV Core, so I really don't. I only use them for the CRM, and that's it. And in terms of the CRM, once a month, every month, I go in, clean it all up. Oh, I haven't talked to you, or you told me to stop. Good, you're out. You don't get emails. You don't get anything. Good luck to you.
yeah, it
Always
sounds
be
like Billy
willing
is
to
a nosy
teach.
neighbor.
What?
It sounds like he was using nosy neighbor. That's about how much it was.
That
But
was
we
their
don't pay for,
success assurance plan.
That yeah, that one too. Yep.
That's another one that's horrible.
Yeah. So just to add to what you got, well, both Patricia and Tony, um, if you want to make a phone call to your sphere or past clients, whatever else, you don't have to call and say, "Hey, I know I haven't talked to you forever. Want to buy a house?" Just say, "Hey, how you doing? I know it's been a while since we talked. How's your kids? How's work? How's your wife?" Then
do the
shut
Ford
up.
method.
Just
Yeah.
shut up.
Be a friend.
Yeah, be a friend, and you'll be amazed how many people will just sit there and start opening up. And I've done that on and off for the last couple months already. Just say, "Hey,
Hmm.
I haven't talked to you in about a year. How's things going? How's work? How's the wife?"
I think people like us more than we know.
I
Like
hope
Yeah.
we
so.
don't go around saying, I'm so great or something, but I really do feel like that. And that's why, a lot of us are afraid to pick up the phone and go, oh my God, I haven't spoken to this person in 7 years. They're not going to even remember who I am or anything. They will. And they're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so happy you called.
I did have that happen though.
I have a new baby, whatever.
Yeah, I had some. It's like I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, and it's like, oh well, you and I did blah blah blah. Then they're like, oh, hey, well, how are you? So
So it happened to you where somebody called you.
yeah, and I just laughed about it. It's like, well, that's on me because I never called you, but I'm calling you now. How you been? And just don't be embarrassed. Don't be guilty. It's okay. And if they don't like it, then they're not going to answer the phone anyway.
I've been in that training class. I told you guys about it Friday. And one of the girls, because we all worry about the amount of time that we've put off calling people,
Hmm.
she just called and said, yeah, the last time we called, blah, blah, blah. Or she's just said, yeah, I talked to you a couple months ago. She said, I haven't, but they went with it. People forget how long it's been
Totally.
And it
sometimes.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It
Oh,
doesn't
Nope,
matter.
I'm
it
working with a
doesn't.
guy right now. I have not spoken with him since 1983 when we were in high school.
Ah,
And haven't spoken. He moved away. We lost touch. We weren't really even ever that close anyway. But, he saw me on social media and he's like, oh, hey, man, I'm thinking about moving back. And it's like no time went by at all.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep.
That's very, very true. Yep.
You just get caught up, and just like,
You
oh,
do.
got married, had some kids, life's good. Okay, great.
40 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kids from my high school, same thing. It's like it was 2 weeks ago. I was cheering for the basketball team, it's just,
Hmm.
Get your pom-poms out.
yeah.
I brought pom-poms last year to conference.
Did ya?
Orange pom-poms.
Yeah, there you go.
So I think, for me, one of the takeaways from this is, for both of us, or maybe separately, I don't know how we're going to do it, but probably both of us, really going through our CRM and kind of dividing and conquering. And that is going to be one of the main things that we do, probably starting next week and the weeks to come
Yeah.
until like January.
The holidays, there's going to be less work to do
Yeah.
across the holidays. We know that. So we're really going to maximize that time to do things like that. Uh, I've been getting up earlier and trying to learn more about certain things that I'm interested in, like, specifically AI. And this is a perfect time. Set ourselves up for a good start next year. Or actually, I shouldn't even say a new start because, like Patricia said, we work 12 months a year.
We do.
It's not a new start. It's the next day.
That's true.
The new refresh.
One other thing too that I always suggest that people do, and definitely doing it in November, December, and not waiting till January as far as business planning, is reading the 7 levels of communication
Mm.
with Michael Maher. It's incredible. I read it every single year, and you could read it in a couple of weeks if you flip page, and you could definitely read it in a day if you do Audible.
I have that book.
Oh, you do?
We do. That's Tommy Sandbeck is with Michael Mayer. So
Oh,
were you here when Tommy did a presentation?
she was not.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I love that book. It was told to me, I did a master training some year, probably my first year. I just kind of went all in with everything, but it just makes a difference. And I love to go to the same restaurant. Everybody kind of picks on me, and I do know the people's name.
Oh,
I
we do that.
I invite people there. I mean, that whole sandwich thing is like the best thing ever for me. And I will go, and I'll go at 11 and I'll leave at 4, like I'm at work, and I just have people in all, and it really does work. The overlapping, I think, is the best part, because then you meet, in fact, just really quickly, I did it one time and I had them overlap. These people wind up buying, the person bought the business, a business from the other person. That wasn't even the part, that wasn't even the master plan. The master plan was to get them to buy insurance from them. They wind up having some kind of thing that was very similar in their life, and the one person bought a business from the other person. So it was like a master thing. Another thing too that I would say is to kind of attend other meetings, like not just, everything doesn't have to be real estate. And I met a lady, she's an attorney, but she actually is a developer here in Austin. And we went to this meeting with the city. They were talking about, I can't think what it is, but they were trying to pass a law where you didn't have to pay so many fees and rental properties. And so they wanted to get different people's feedback. And so, of course, they reached out to my organization, and I went, and now I am listing 40% of 2 different condo regimes that she has. And it's
Great.
like 80 properties for lease, not for sale, but still, it's still a blessing, because whoever I put in there stays to be my client. So when they get ready to buy, of course, they, would buy from me. And so that is probably one of the biggest projects I've worked on since I've been in real estate. And we just talked, and she said she liked me because I was a little snappy. And we went to lunch. And from lunch, I sent her a listing agreement. Of course, she's an attorney, so she tweaked it, and we went back in and looked at another and did it a different way. And now we're under contract for listing all of these units. I mean, you just never know where your client is going to come from and how they're going to come about. So you need to kind of get out of your own way, and then stop going where there's 1,000 realtors. At this thing that I went to, there was only 2 realtors there, and the other lady is our radio property manager, so she wasn't even interested in this. So it just was. It's wonderful. And again, this time of the year is when you really need to be seen, because most of the other realtors have taken a hiatus.
Yep.
That's right.
Patricia, what's your market in Austin like right now?
I won't like to say stale. It's really, you really can't call it a true buyer's market, because I think what's happening right now is if the seller is pricing their house correctly, which is very few and in between. But if they are pricing their house correctly, it's still a seller's market. But when they are not, then you want to say it's a buyer's market because they're getting this back and getting that back. Well, they're getting it back because the price is too high to begin with. So it's really kind of in there. You know, like Leander is the number one place to live a couple months ago. And over there, it's definitely still a seller's market because, which is Williamson County where I work primarily. And it's, you're not getting, the seller aren't giving you anything because they know you want to come over there. So it depends. I guess that's the best answer, really. It really depends. But when the price is right, then the buyer can, you know, get in there and really navigate. But when not, then the seller's still pulling all the punches.
St. Pete is a more of a buyer's market. So of course you guys probably know that we sold our house and went to, you know, and closed in like 11 days. It was crazy. We were in contract in 4, but we really like narrowed down the focus so much on pricing.
Well, we followed our own advice.
We followed our own advice. Yes, we did.
And a lot of realtors don't follow their own advice.
No,
Even.
so it was priced appropriately. It appraised. We got full asking price. So we knew exactly what to price it at. So, you know, you talk about, you know, people sometimes say, well, I would like to price it a little higher. Well, we're really, I don't know. We've had people that want to price their houses like way, way, way too high. And, you know, he and I might have a conversation about it and saying if they want to price it more than we think, because we do put in a lot of work up front and money up front. And we might just walk from it. You know, that's,
Maybe we will.
You know what I've started doing with those? I have an early termination fee now. If you price your house above what I say that it needs to be, and you want to cancel the contract, because I also have in there in 2 weeks, you've got to bring the price down, and I make them sign it up front. And then if they still want to cancel the contract, then I make them pay an early termination fee for that exact reason. Because you put in so much work and time and effort and sometimes money. Oh, I'm getting my money back. And I have had people that have signed and have done an early termination fee. In fact, this lady with the condos, she's doing an early termination fee because she's just trying it out. She's never done it this way before. They're accustomed to people coming to the door to look at them, but it's just not working. And so she's willing to try something different. And so I'm not going to walk away with nothing.
What's
And
the
I
fee
just
that
think,
you charge
oh, go ahead.
sharing? Sorry. What's the fee that you charge?
It depends. It depends on the price of the home. With this lady, I did $500.
Oh, okay.
Hey, as long as it's something.
Yeah.
I don't know where the time went today. We're already up at our hour mark, and I want to
good.
tell you about who we have in 2 weeks. Mark, you got something important there?
Patty.
Hey, Patty.
Patty?
That's all.
All right. So in 2 weeks, we've got Jessica Cazabat. Jessica is a social media expert and also has a real strong real estate background. And she is one of the people that when she talks, I take notes. So I hope to see you here. If you're not already on my email list, put your name and email address in the chat, and I'll make sure I send you an email with the link. So that's in 2 weeks here on the Next Homey Focus Group. So
Going to be December 2nd.
December 2nd. So really appreciate you guys coming here today, and thank you for all the participation. Got some great ideas, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thomas, thanks for joining.
Thank you so
And your
much.
people for joining too.
Thank
Welcome
you.
next, Tom, January 1st.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.